Hey, how's it going? Welcome to our free training where we reveal our 5 steps to 6 figures. These exact steps are what we've used to make over $300,000 annually. My name's Clayton.
And my name's Karsten.
In this video, we'll be giving you instantly actionable steps to start and skyrocket your new plumbing business. The quoting, network marketing, and business management tips that we go through are from 8 years of experience in running our own businesses. These specific tips have led us to land several quality contractors that never shop around for other plumbers. This has helped us to consistently get over $300,000 or more annually in business without any advertising whatsoever. In this short video alone, you'll be able to walk away today with actionable steps that you can take and start implementing right away. So make sure to watch to the end because we're giving you an offer that you won't be able to resist. Without further ado, we want to share with you our top 5 secrets on running a successful plumbing business.
Okay, secret number 1. What to do before starting your business. And we've got 4 quick tips for secret number 1. Number 1, when is the right time to go out on your own? Well, there is no better time than right now. If you're feeling nervous or scared or even uncertain about doing this, that is totally normal. We felt the same thing. And actually, I started my business when my first child was born. Talk about being scared. I constantly asked myself, will I be able to take care of my family? These are the things that will always be going through your head. And starting a business is kind of like having a child. You'll never really feel ready until you just do it. If I had a mentoring program like this when I started, I would have jumped on it in a heartbeat. So the best thing you can do for yourself right now is tell yourself you're ready and do it. We'll be your mentors and be there to guide you and keep you accountable. Number 2, do you have the right mindset to run your own business? Having the right mindset isn't something you're born with, and these are the things that you need to work on daily. Being able to understand that you are no longer an employee and this is your business now, you have to wake up every day and be ready to take on all the different challenges of running a business. So let us be the ones to help you on that journey. If we can do it, I promise you can do it too. Mindset is something you can work on and can be taught. You just have to be willing to learn. All right, number 3, how much money do I need to start my own business? Well, you don't really need a ton of money to start a plumbing business. You will want to make sure that you have a vehicle that you can work out of. Also, you'll want a couple of $1,000 for some startup fees, but having a good cushion to fall back on will definitely help. So knowing you have all the right tools, a vehicle, and work lined up, you should be good to get started.
All right, secret number 2, what to set up when starting out. There are lots of things to consider before taking the plunge, but we'll go through the 5 main points to consider. Number 1, business license and insurance. Every plumbing business needs business license and insurance. You're going to want to shop around for insurance. Some places charge a lot more than others, so make sure you get at least 3 different quotes. As for business license, you're going to need to contact your local jurisdiction. The best way to do so is Google business license Calgary or whatever city you live in. You'll then have to decide what kind of company you'll be. In Canada, we have corporations or limited companies. In the States, I believe they're called LLCs. Number 2, opening a bank account. So once you have your business license, insurance, and your LLC or corp, you want to go ahead and open up a business bank account. You want to keep your business bank account completely separate from your personal. If they will let you get a business credit card, I would highly recommend getting one. Try to get one with a point system if you can. We personally use cards that give us flying points, so we can get free flights just by spending money through our company. Sometimes you'll have to co-sign personally to get a business card, but again, this is worth doing because you're going to have to pay for the materials and other business expense with this. And then you just sit back and rack up those points. Number 3, hire an accountant and bookkeeper. Once you've done these other steps, the most important thing will be to hire a qualified accountant/bookkeeper. If you are capable of doing your own books, you can save a ton of money this way. In the beginning, it's worth trying to manage this yourself. I personally use my wife for this because she is much better at this than I am. But having a good accountant is very important. If you don't know one, the best way to do is ask for referrals from other business owners. Having a great accountant can save you thousands of dollars, so don't cheap out. Number 4, open up a wholesales account. I'm sure by this point you've been plumbing long enough, you'll have some sort of relationship with your local plumbing wholesales. If you don't have a good relationship with your local plumbing wholesalers or salesperson, start now. Having a good relationship with the wholesalers will get you better pricing and better service when you're trying to get materials. This is all part of networking. You want to try and open up more than one account because different wholesalers usually have different things that they will sell at different prices too. So you always want to price shop for bigger stuff and make them match or beat prices. This is your money you're dealing with now, not your employer's. Number 5, set up plumbing and permit requirements. So now that you have all the major things set up, you're going to sometimes need to pull permits on jobs. If you're only doing service work, this isn't as important, but if you're doing renovations, then you'll need to be able to pull permits. So you'll need to contact your local jurisdiction, find out from them what it is you need to do to set up to pull permits.
All right, let's get into the big secret number 3, business management. We will be giving you 4 things in this section to consider. And number 1, manage cash flow. Managing your cash flow is very important when it comes to running a business. This is probably the number 1 reason people fail in business. When you make money in a business, you have to remember that it's not all your money just to go out and spend. So the best thing you can do is pay yourself as little as possible at the beginning, and possibly forever. The more money you can keep in the company account, the better. Not only will you pay fewer taxes, but you'll also want to have a cushion for those unknown expenses. This is a very big topic to talk about, and we go in much more detail in the paid course. Financial literacy is one of those things that they just never teach you in school. So if you can grasp this part, you are much more likely to succeed. Number 2, different ways to pay yourself and save for your taxes. So this will go together with the cash flow portion we just went through. As I said, it's very important to pay yourself as little as possible. And the way that you can do this is great, because all the little things that you're used to having to pay for, personally, you can now pay for from the company, and it can be written off, such as gas, cell phone, portion of your home, your vehicle, all your tools, and the list goes on. This is why hiring of accountant is so important. We are personally not accountants, so we can't tell you what you can or can't do with this stuff. So be sure to find a quality accountant as soon as possible. There's several different ways to pay yourself, such as a salary type wage, dividends, and much more. As for taxes, this is an accounting thing again, but if you aren't great with money, then we highly recommend just opening up separate accounts where you can have a business account and one separate for taxes. Then you could just go as far as one for wholesales and one for tools, but the most important is paying those taxes and staying out of the negative. Okay, number 3, what software to use for your invoicing, quoting, and bookkeeping. So there are plenty of options when it comes to software, but if you want to follow us and you haven't already started using other softwares, then we recommend using a software called Joist. It's a very user-friendly, and a bonus to getting our course is we will be going through full walkthroughs on how to use this software, and also a full list of different job line items with fully detailed descriptions already made for you. Plug and play, if you will. The nice thing about Joist is that you can sync it with QuickBooks, which is what we are using for bookkeeping and accounting purposes. Number 4, training and hiring employees. This is a very challenging area because finding the right people can sometimes be difficult. But if you join our premium membership, we will be there the entire way from when you are working on your own to when it is the right time to start hiring employees. We will help you decide when to hire and how to hire and train your staff.
All right, now for secret number 4, and possibly the most important one, how to quote and invoice. This is where you really want to make sure you're not shortchanging yourself. Now, as much as you'd want to charge less to get jobs, this is never the best way to do things. If you want to be able to put pride into your work and do the best job you can, you want to make sure you're charging enough. To find out what everybody else is charging in your area hourly, if you don't already know this information, then the best way to do is just call around and ask. Tend to be a customer and get a feel for what people are charging. When charging for materials, this one will be a bit harder because this isn't something people will share with you for the most part. If you know other business owners, then just ask them. We personally do anywhere from 25 to 35% markup on top of what we pay for materials. If an item is really expensive, we usually go on the lower end, but you can make lots of money off materials if you can get good pricing from wholesales. So this is why it's so important to make good relationships with people at the wholesales and negotiate better pricing.
Okay, number 2, using our pre-made template to quote. Here's where we get to the real juicy stuff. This quote template that we made has saved us hours of time in the quoting department. This is something I searched for years when I started out. They have huge softwares that cost thousands of dollars that are only designed for commercial jobs, but nowhere can you find a residential quoting software. This template alone is worth the entire cost of our course. In this template, you just need to set your hourly rates and your material markup percentages. You will also have to set your material prices for each piece of material. You can get all of your pricing by sending a list of the basics that we have listed in our template right to your salesperson at your wholesale. Then you just plug and play, and boom, the spreadsheet is done. You're now ready to start quoting with ease. You can easily change the line items to whatever specific things you need. And we always recommend breaking things down as much as you possibly can so that you aren't missing things. You'll you'll want to be able to go back and reference your quotes. Every job you do will usually be a bit different, so it can be dangerous to quote by fixtures, because you could be quoting too high or even too low. Quoting too high will generally mean you don't get the job, and obviously quoting too low will mean you don't make enough money.
Number 3. How to quote new construction. So generally you'll get a set of prints from the contractor or client. You'll want to spend the time reviewing the plans first. Make a list of questions for them to ask, such as, is there a recirc line? Is there a water softener? Is there any hot hose bibs? Is there any boiler work? Is there a shower steamer? Having as many questions as possible will make you look good, trust me. And we can help you with this type of stuff if you struggle with it. In our private Facebook group that you will have access to if you join our course, we'll be able to guide you along. You can send us the prints and we have no issues answering your questions and helping you with a list of questions for them. So once you have listed these questions, you want to do everything in email. Then reach out to us to help you once you have your questions answered. You can start using our amazing quote template to punch everything in. Start by breaking down everything you're doing in your jobs. Groundworks, drainage, water lines, tub showers, steamers, recirc lines, gas, finishing. The list can be as big as you make it. Like we said, the more you can break it down, the better. Then when it comes to progress billing, you'll have a reference to go back to the template and bill accordingly. Number 4, how to quote renovations. This is going to be very similar to quoting new construction, always asking as many questions as possible. The nice thing about renos is that you usually can do an on-site visit. Most of the time there's still drywall on the walls, so you can't see what you're dealing with, but renos will always come with experience. So if you really struggle with this, you can use us to help you. We'll always be willing to give you advice. We have a ton of experience in renovations.
All right, last but not least, secret number 5, advertising and networking. Number 1, how to get referrals for your business and why they are the best way of advertisement. We've pretty well built our entire business from referrals. I would say at the beginning, this should be the main way of getting your business. So I'm sure by this point you have already a lot of people knowing that you're a plumber. So let people know that you're considering going on your own, or maybe you already have. People will always use you before calling a random person. So as long as you can do good work, answer your phone, and show up when you say you're going to, the work will just keep on coming. Number 2, networking to get more clients. This is probably the hardest but most important part of getting started. If you have a good network of people that you already know, this will be easier for you if you're an introverted type person and struggle with meeting new people. This will be a challenge, but without networking, the only other option is advertising. While advertising can be scary because you have to spend money on it, we will be the ones to teach you and guide you on what to avoid. Getting referrals is by far the best way to start out. So if you're in sports like golf, hockey, soccer, or any other team sports, or maybe your kids are on teams, you can network through those types of things. These are just some of the ways of networking, but there are also places like BNI, which is a once a week business lunch meeting where you meet with other business people. This is also a great place to start. Like Clayton said before, we will be offering a private Facebook group within our program where you can network with other business owners too. It shouldn't be considered a competition. We should be helping each other succeed. This is a winning mentality, so don't let those negative people get into your head. Number 3, do I actually need business cards? Personally, I think business cards are a way of the past. Most people throw them in the garbage anyway. And generally when people ask me for a card, I just give them my number because once it's in their phone, they can't lose it. But if you just hand them a card, there's a high probability they will lose it. So I wouldn't waste your time or your money on this sort of thing at the beginning. Number 4, which social media platforms to start with. This is a very important way to get free organic advertising. If you're good with social media, you will win. We never used it enough at the beginning for our plumbing business, but for our plumbing gurus business that we have created, we have needed social media to get known. YouTube is our main source of traffic right now. We currently have over 11,000 subscribers and almost 2 million views to date. If that's not marketing, I don't know what is. Not only can YouTube be a great way to get your name out there, but you can also create more income from it too. Between the AdSense and affiliate marketing, we make over $700 per month, and that number will always be climbing as we do more content. But we'll be using all the social media platforms to attract more business in the future. It can be a lot to have to post all the time, so maybe just pick 2 to 3 at the start. We recommend Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube is a beast. If you're doing any of them, do YouTube to start, and we would be happy to help you learn how to start a channel and be successful at it. Number 5. Starting a business Facebook page versus a personal Facebook page. Well, you should already have a personal Facebook page. You're going to want to start a business page now. The good thing is that Instagram and Facebook are connected, so you can actually use these posts and put them together and do it all as one. But if you want to be great at social media, you'll have to treat them a little bit differently. We'll be also going through this stuff on how to start these pages and how to properly run them within our course. This is a very big topic and can be very helpful, and if you know what levers to handle in Facebook, it will bring you excellent customers. This stuff does take time, time, but it is worth it. Then, once you start getting good at that, you can start playing around with Facebook ads. You can target your exact audience of the people that you want to work for. It's amazing. How do you think we found you? All right, so this is just an introduction to what will be in the course itself. We'll be going much more into detail on all of these topics for you. And the best part of all of this is you'll have a lifetime access to this content and all future content to come. We'll always be updating and adding content as necessary.
Along with all these amazing detailed, no fluff, straight to the point, in chronological order videos. You'll have full access to our Facebook group where you can contact us anytime to ask any questions. The Facebook group is also a great place to network with other business owners. You'll be able to bounce back ideas from each other and learn from each other's mistakes. We fully believe that having a mindset, not everyone is a competitor, but we'd like to look at each other as an opportunity to help each other out. There is more than enough work out there for everyone.
Most important, you'll have full access to all of our bonus material, such as the quote template that we personally use to save ourselves hours of time. We will always be changing and improving this template as we go.
As another bonus, you'll also have access to a downloadable document where you can copy and paste all your job line item descriptions. We'll have every single job that you can pretty much come across, ready to go. You just have to reword some stuff that is specific to the job that you're doing, but this alone will save you hours.
You will also be getting our personal emails where you can contact us directly about questions or concerns that maybe you don't want to put in the Facebook group itself. To top everything off, because we want you to succeed, we are throwing in a free once a week 1-hour Q&A coaching call. During these coaching calls, you'll be able to ask us absolutely anything because we want to be your mentors in going to the next level in your life and career.
Okay, so there it is. That's everything that our course will include. You'll have full access to all of our lifetime premium memberships, and you can watch it at your own pace, either from your phone or your computer.
And as for the price for our lifetime premium membership that is currently selling for $497, well, as promised, we are offering an exclusive discount for you today. You can join for 50% off for only $247. So make sure to take advantage of this offer so you can level up your plumbing business skills. And if you have any questions or doubts about this, we are very easy to contact. Just shoot us an email at support@theplumbinggurus.com with any questions.
All right, so to take full advantage of this deal, just scroll down, click the Join Now button, where you'll be taken to a checkout page. You'll see the discount price already factored in at the checkout. All you have to do from there is fill your information, and you'll have instant access to our course.
Can't wait to see you on the other side.